just hearing these hits, we knew exactly which song it's gonna be. What the? Her vocals? Insane! Yeehaw! It's Cowboy Carter season, friends. I've had the opportunity to go to the concert here in LA at the SoFi Stadium. I found tickets for $30. My girlfriend, she knew exactly what to do, and she found him. She was like, we're going. And I just wanted to talk about it because there were so many cool moments, and you probably have seen everything that was important already if you are on the internet. But I just wanted to talk about it because I love music and stage performances in general. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, definitely leave a like and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys so much because I started this journey only like a month or two ago. So yeah, let's do this. Cowboy Carter. Beyonce has built a legacy over the last 30 years, friends. It's unrivaled, to be honest. And first, I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, right? I haven't been to any of her concerts. This was actually the very first one I went to, and you guys are probably gonna be freaking out because unimaginable, I would say, especially here in LA. Everybody loves her. I love her too. Her music is great too, but not every song. You know what I mean? That's just me. But yeah, let's talk about it. Yo, first of all, SoFi Stadium, one of the most expensive stadiums in the world. I read about like $5 or $6 billion, which is wild. I do have a couple clips that I recorded, and we're just gonna react to a couple things or watch the videos that I recorded. So this is just like some basic stuff. You have like the stadium itself in the back. I don't know if you can really see it. You have like a little lake. You have like another arena in the back. You have the Kia Forum. You have so many different things. The YouTube Theater, right? Yeah, there were so many beautiful things to see, right? It's just absolutely stunning, the architecture and everything else. Getting there, I actually took the bus. Yes, LA has a bus system because I did not want to pay a crazy amount of money for parking because I knew it's going to be a hassle. Plus Uber was about $80, and I'm like, nope, $80 is more than my ticket. No, I mean, so I'm not doing that. We took the bus and it was flawless. It was great. I have no problem with that at all. So SoFi Stadium, it was such a flawless experience because even if you wanted a drink or a snack, it was fast. It was so fast, and there were no lines. If you wanted to get like merch or something special, like one of these cocktail drinks with like a cowboy hat, absolutely crazy. There were lines for that. But if you wanted just a regular water or something, it was so seamless. They had like a little station where people prepare food. Nobody actually could go in there, and then the actual service up front, and it was so seamless, and they had them everywhere. They had rep bathrooms everywhere, no lines at all. It was so seamless. Ticketing was great. It was like with their Ticketmaster app, right? And you just like to tap and you're good to go. So honestly, I was blown away how efficient everything was. There were no lines because that is like something I was looking forward to, actually, for all of the lines and the amounts of people, right? Because there were like 50,000 people. Insane. But it was so good. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, here we have another picture of Beyonce like tagged to one of the pillars, which is really cool. Beyonce is incredible. We all know this. For somebody to fill out a stadium like this, I have so much respect for. Now, starting with the show, Beyonce, you know how to make an entrance. This was the stage. I hope you can see it. Huge screen in the back for the people in the nosebleeds. Obviously hard to make out, right? Pyrotechnics. She was in the middle, just standing there, walking down. Incredible. The whole stage looked like a guitar, like a star for the body, right? Then you had the neck, and up front you had like a little bit of a walkway. And her vocals are so on point throughout the whole 3.5 hours. I'm not kidding you guys. It's just incredible. So yeah, it's for her being on stage alone, having like a Michael Jackson moment when she was standing in the middle there, and people actually like screaming and reacting to her, like being there, right? She was standing there for a minute doing nothing. It was just incredible. That is how you do an entrance, and that is how it's supposed to be. Yeah, one of her first songs was Freedom, and I personally love the song, and it's like a statement, right? It's like a protest, all these things. And she was very much patriotistic. She was very much like political, having like statements on the screen and stuff about like you don't have to ask for permission for something you already own and stuff like that. Like it was very much, she wanted to make a statement, you know what I mean? But also Cowboy Carter, very much patriotism, because like on on the album cover, you have American flags on there and stuff like that, right? But it was great for her to actually say something about this. This was one of the first songs, and you could see like in the red, the band first being introduced and being on like a stage that is movable. So she was up front right here, all the way down there, and the band is right here. Really cool. They were kind of crammed on stage, and they weren't on stage a lot, to be honest. They were there for, I don't know, maybe in total 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and she had a lot of tracks. Like, her songs are arguably, you can definitely play with a band, but yeah, a lot of them are heavy production, so she opted to do a lot of production stuff and like very much tracks. So the band was used very selectively, right? And here you can see like the horns and like everything else. If you guys want to check out like more of that, definitely check out fan cams on the internet. You can find like way more stuff and like close-ups, so you get a better view. But this was like my content. But it was really cool to have like her having a message on stage and like being for America, but also like standing her ground. Like, stuff is not working as it should. And here you can see the band stage actually moving. You had stagehands, the people in black right here, moving the stage manually, pulling it out so you can like put him on the left and the right. A really good friend of mine is a background singer for Beyonce, which is incredible. I'm so happy for her, and just to see and be in the vicinity of these people. I work with her every weekend, you know what I mean? And now she ascended into the heights. She always been up there because she's absolutely incredible. But just seeing her on stage with Beyonce, like, it's the highest, basically, gig you can get as a background singer. Yeah, as I'm going through my footage right now, I see, like, we got these wristbands that light up. Obviously, in every big show, like Coldplay, Taylor Swift, they got these things. They coordinate. So certain songs, there's like an engineer and he hits a button to have like a light show, and you can see this here in this clip. Everybody's wristband is lighting up, and it's just really cool because they blink, they have different colors. It's a lot of money they spent for this, friends. Like I said, it's about like 50,000 people, I would say, maybe a little bit less, but she had like 4 or 5 shows. Now, assuming everybody takes it back home, they still need to distribute them, right? So they have to manufacture probably millions of these for this whole Cowboy Carter tour, which is just a wild feat, to be honest. Yeah, there's so much money going into this, which is just incredible. And one thing that's important for a really good show is you need to create moments, and she is the master of creating moments, especially like songs we all know, like this one. Let's get into Formation, you know what I mean? Look at this, and like she with her dancer standing there, the outfits are on point. She had like 5, 6, 7 outfit changes, which is wild. Yes, just moments, not much music, just that little sound snippet. Yeah. You see the people just screaming. It's just such a cool moment. Say I slay. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Like, she created such a culture moment. Words that we actually use in his internet slang, like slay, she used it for herself. You know what I mean? But she derived from different cultures, and that is the next point. She derives her music from different cultures. With Renaissance, or actually before that, she did Lion King soundtrack, or even further back. But we're gonna start at the Lion King. She derived her music, obviously, from like African music and descent. So what I love about her, she's giving those people where she derived the music from, right? They gave people from that culture a platform. So on that album, she had a feature with African artists, which is incredible to give them that exposure from her, which is incredible. So I think it's important, if you take something from a different culture, pay tribute, pay respect, and that is what she does beautifully. Same thing with Renaissance, and I do have a clip here. With Renaissance, she derived her music mostly from like the ballroom voguing scene, and then she actually gave them 5 to 10 minutes of like full on do your thing, and I actually appreciate that so much. It's just incredible to see, like, yep, show them part of your culture, and it's just incredible that she actually, with this big of a stage, gives tribute to the different cultures she derived her music from. She's not just like taking it away and snatching it for herself. No, she's paying tribute, giving them a platform. And here you can see her daughter, Blue Ivy, just slaying to Deja Vu. It's just absolutely incredible. Having her being on stage alone, She's like 13, 14. Look at that confidence, man. Insane. But what I love, the people in the audience, they cheered it on. It was such a lovely moment because you can feel like the energy and the positivity, which I feel nowadays people are hating. They have so much to say. And I actually like the internet is really bad for us. And we need to learn how to express kindness and actually being positive towards each other. And I think this was really nice to see that a 13-year-old being on stage in front of 30, 40, 50,000 people, having the confidence to do this, and people actually, they loved it. It was such a cool moment to see her multiple times throughout the whole show, 3 hours, coming out, being part of the background dancers, but also having her moments. Absolutely incredible. At one point, she also brought her young daughter out, Rumi, and you gotta check out these videos. I did not film that, but like, it's so cool to see Rumi. She's like 10 years old or 11 or something. Just being a kid on stage, which is incredible, right? Just screaming and waving and being like excited. It was so cool. And I love and appreciate Beyonce for actually shielding her kids. Now, yeah, Blue Ivy is on stage and she's only 13 or 14, right? But you got like Kim Kardashian with her daughter, Northwest, right? Being on a totally different trajectory, that's what I'm looking for, with her daughter, how to market her and stuff, right? But I appreciate Beyonce actually shielding her kids in the young ages and now introducing her to the world, and we definitely will see them more now. A lot of respect for her because she knows her kids need to be out of the spotlight to grow up as kids should grow up to the most of their ability. It's really hard if you're in the spotlight 24/7, right? So when it comes to the musical selection, it was really interesting. And yeah, she has a legacy of like 30 years of music, which is incredible. Destiny's Child, and even before that, right? This is not the show where she actually did a tribute or like the best of. Obviously, she did a couple songs that everybody loved, which is which one did she do? She did To the Left, Irreplaceable is the song. She did obviously Crazy in Love. She did Deja Vu. She did like a couple of those in a short little moment that was like max 10 minutes at max, right? But she had so much more to derive from. Obviously, Cowboy Carter, the whole album she kind of played. Some songs really short, some songs absolutely long. She did a lot of Renaissance, and I believe she took a lot of the stage performance from Renaissance concerts that have not been there, but she kind of redid everything. It was like 30 minutes of Renaissance music with the stage, with probably the outfits. She had like robot arms like moving. She had like a mechanical bull on stage, and a lot of chrome, a lot of gold, that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, if you already have a show done, why not take a portion of that and reuse it, right? Totally fine. But she did have a whole bunch of songs I personally did not know. That is like from her older era, from maybe 4, or not too much from the Beyonce album, which I loved very much, but maybe from 4 and Sasha Fierce and like from that era, I wasn't familiar with. So for me, it was really hard to connect with these songs because they were like kind of weird for me, to be honest. But yeah, overall it was still incredible, right? It was 3 hours though. That's a long show, so just be aware of that. But I assume if you pay a lot of money, definitely you're gonna get your money's worth. That's it. Now musically, I just want to point out one thing, and I think this is how you should do a live performance for a song that everybody has heard 1,000 times, which is Crazy in Love. But this is how you do it. We're gonna react to this real quick because I think this was so great how she actually incorporated this and the musical arrangement of this. Just hearing these hits, we knew exactly which song it's gonna be. What the? Her vocals? Insane! You hear that? Just hearing the horns, we know what song it is, but it doesn't sound like the song yet. This is how you do it. Woo! So good. Incredible. Like I said, creating moments. Creating moments. Look at how all these dancers. Wild. Hey. There's so much happening musically here. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that attitude, man. Insane. Like I said, we all heard the song 1,000 times, right? We know how it goes. Yeah, let me just stop real quick before we go on. Let's dissect this real quick. So, what I love about this, like, they introduced the song only with the horn parts. The rest was kind of different. It was way slower than the original. So this is how you introduce a song, to be honest. Very slow, even slower. Even slower. Oh, this does not sound like the song, right? But then, obviously, she goes into the song. Yes, and then it keeps going, right? Going into the chorus. I think that is how you switch it up, right? That is how you make it interesting, right? Everybody knew just by hearing the kicks what song it is, right? But then switching it up, making it interesting. That is how you make music. That is how you rework a song to make a moment out of it. And yeah, there was so much more to talk about. Like I said, the outfit changes. She had a completely LED dress on, which is wild. She had beautiful visuals. Her videos she did just for the show, incredible. You guys can see it probably on her Instagram now. She did post a couple and they went viral, that she picked up the sphere and she got sued and stuff like that. When you see that first on screen, you're like, what the hell is happening? This is crazy. It's absolutely insane. So there's so much effort going into like the visuals, the music, the band, the singers, the dancers, the stage itself, the wristbands, like I said, the technicians. She was flying on stage at one point. So all these things are just incredible. Just check out the videos. I'm going to put some here as well. It was just amazing. And I hope, I really hope that artists who don't have the budget like this can create something similar, though. I don't think it necessarily has to be money only, but money obviously enables a lot of these things, right? Because a normal artist who only has like 1,000 fans is not going to fly through a venue. Beyonce is going to do this, right? So that's what I'm saying. It was just incredible to see. For me, not being a super fan, but being a fan, obviously, it was just amazing to see the show, and I was very much motivated after that to like create something new, to do something new and be excellent in what we do and I do, you know what I mean? It's just absolutely cool, and seeing the people dress up and like just embracing the moment, embracing her culture is just absolutely incredible to me. So she has a legacy. She has something that is really important for the US and for the world, to be honest. And I hope that she will keep going. She's 43. Think about this. And doing a 3-hour show, incredible. I don't know if I could do it at 43. So yeah, these were just like a couple of my takes from the show. Yeah, let me know if you guys been to the show or if you've been to Renaissance, because honestly I probably would have loved it too. I did not go for some reason. Definitely let me know what you think of this, if you think of the album, because very interesting country album. And I want to hear from you guys. Let me know. And this was a little bit different, but I just wanted to talk about it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.